Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 12th day of our series. It's Sunday morning, January 12th. So let's just jump into it. First reading today is Daily Reflections for Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. And he writes for today, what happens when we attempt to shortcut a natural process in our growth and development? If you are only an average tennis player but decide to play at a higher level in order to make a better impression, what will result? Would positive thinking alone enable you to compete effectively against a professional? So my interpretation of this is clearly he's setting us up, right? This is one daily reading and there's a lot more to come. So I think he's trying to warn us that, or maybe kind of pre-frame us on, if you just think it's all about your thoughts and let's think positive and better things will happen. Let's think positive and I'll become a more effective person. I think he's trying to warn us away from this is a lot more than just thinking happy thoughts. And I think the foreshadowing is you got a lot of work to do. And if we think we're just gonna do this by thinking positive, if we think we're gonna have a better life by thinking positive, we probably are gonna suffer some failure. And I really just take this as a setup for more things to come. That to play at a different level, we're gonna do more than thinking in the very near future. Okay, let's go on to our second reading this morning. As always, Napoleon Hill's Positive Action Plan. January's 31 days of traits of our character. And for the 12th, he writes, no one is so good that he has no bad in him, and no one is so bad that he has no good in him. We human beings are a complex lot. Many religious writings and great literary works are based upon the constant struggle between good and evil that goes on inside every one of us. This struggle is as old as mankind itself. Yet, while we recognize our own inner struggles, we are often quick to condemn others. Psychologists tell us there is no such thing as a bad person, there are only bad behaviors. Make it a point to look for the good in yourself and in others. Nurture the good character traits and work on the ones that may need improvement. Like plants in a garden, the character traits that go strong and productive will be those that are fed, watered, and weeded regularly. So I've interpreted this to mean focus on myself and try to see the good in me, and focus on others and try to see the good in them, and maybe stop focusing so much on the bad in others and start working on the bad in me. And good and bad are very judgmental words, so I don't know where you are with them, but for me it was just saying, look, no one's all good and no one's all bad, including me. And no matter how hard I work on myself, I'm always going to have something else that needs to be improved, or even the things I've worked on, I can get better on. Maybe you're not fixing bad anymore. Now you're just making good gooder or better, right? So I love the analogy of the two wolves inside of each one of us. There's a good wolf and a bad wolf, and there's always going to fight, and they're always struggling inside of us. And the one that kind of wins the struggle is the one we choose to feed. And I know, and that's a constant struggle inside of me. I think I've gotten better. I think my good wolf has gotten stronger than my bad wolf, but there are days and moments and times in my life when the bad wolf gets a hold of me, and I think it's okay to say that. I think it's okay to admit that. We all have it, and just work on your good wolf, right? Starve the bad wolf and feed the good wolf, and that's kind of how I've taken this for day-to-day behavior. All right, that's it for this Sunday. We'll keep it short. We'll get you off to your day. Again, as always, thanks for being here. I hope this helps. I know some days are more impactful for others to you, because that's true for me. Some days hit me squarely between the eyes and are very meaningful. And some days I just have to glance off. It just didn't mean anything for me today. And some days are kind of in between those two. I think that's just natural. I think it's okay for that. I don't think every one of these has to land and be deeply impactful to you. In fact, if 365 things are deeply impactful, I think it'll confuse the heck out of us. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.